By the close of 1979, Sebastian Coe had been voted International Sports Personality of the Year by many of the leading polls, newspapers and TV networks around the world. He was now a genuine star attraction. To further whet the public's appetite and expectation for the 1980 Moscow Olympics, less than 1 month before the start of the Games, Coe returned to the Bislett Stadium Oslo for the first time since his 41-day triumph to challenge the 1,000-metre world record.
The whole of the field apart, he's very relaxed, he's very fluid, his controlled power that we saw at this stage last year. 1:45.2, the record's on if he can hold this. He takes a nervous glance look around, he doesn't look quite as relaxed now. Another look around and Wolbeck's beginning to come back at him.
Yes indeed, Wolbeck's suddenly woken up to the fact that he can run, and he can run this last 200, and Coe there gritting his teeth, tightening up. The world record standing at 2:13.9. Wolbeck closing on him with every stride. Has Coe got the strength to see himself through this line? He must do it. Can he break that world record now? 2:13.4. By half a second, he takes his 4th world record. Not since Al Schrub in about 1906 has anybody held 4 world records.
By lowering the world mark for 1,000 metres, Sebastian Coe established a unique milestone. The only athlete ever to hold simultaneously the 800-metre, 1,000-metre, 1,500-metre and 1-mile world records. The next challenge, Moscow and the Olympic Games, to achieve the elusive 800-metre and 1,500-metre double.
Training to be good has to be systematic, it has to be progressive, it has to be hard. It's very nice at the end of a day to be able to go out and run for therapeutic purposes, but by and large anybody who's noticing the scenery, hears Wagner or whatever it is playing in his ears, is not possibly working as hard as he should be.
For every record achieved on the track, a high price is paid by the athlete in training. Sebastian Coe's commitment is time-consuming, intense, and total.
One of the first things I did when we came to Sheffield and we got involved in running was to see what the area offered. And we live in a part of the city where when you leave your front door, almost any direction is up, so that you're not short of hill running. What you do is to select the right gradients, the right streets in relation to traffic. And we came across what we call the Rivlin Valley Road, and you can put together half-mile runs with short recoveries down there, which are really cruel. You survive training up there, you're tough, you're hard. Don't bomb the first one too fast, make it more a ranging shot for pace judgment, because we've got to keep this right up to the end this time.
Yeah. To be a bit warm anyway.
Yeah, so what's your feet? Are you taped your feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When you're ready.
I've been working out on that sort of Rivlin Valley Road for at least 12 or 13 years. Basically what it is between 6 and 8 half-mile sections of road, back to back. I have the car as pace, and most of them are run significantly under 2 minutes with a very short recovery. That is hard. That is probably one of the hardest of the conditioning sessions that I do.
The quality of what you do is much more important than the quantity. Why pound the life out of a young runner when you can develop it with quality? Now, the bit about quality is that if you think of it in terms of speed and speed endurance, you are mentally equipping him to go through not so much a pain barrier, but to learn that no matter how badly he feels, he can still go. And when you're faced with the last lap of a solo run in a world record, there is no running training, there is no physiological secrets, no dietary aids, other than that single bloody-minded will to hang on over that last 400 and come sprinting through that line. Now, if you don't engender that on the way, you're missing the whole point of what the training is about. Now, how are your feet?
Okay.
That's your time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
But don't get many faster. All right?
Yep.
It's extremely hard work. You have the car pushing up behind. It's nice because that is extra pace, but it does jack the time up considerably. It's probably the recovery that's the hardest. You're doing a run like that. If I catch Peter on a good day, then I've got a minute and a half.
You're inside half a minute now.
Right.
20 seconds. 10. When you are ready, Seb.
On the road, you don't think a great deal because the intensity and the hardness of that session is just simply trying to forget that it hurts. That's all you're trying to do. International running is just about feeling tired all the time. And it's very difficult for people to really understand this. The worst thing I can do is to walk around a department store. That is just such a dreadful waste of energy.
That one was long. Yeah, I know, because of this bloody traffic thing. I can't do much.
It's about 100 metres long.
Yeah, it's about 159 too.
Yeah.
It's not 100 metres long. It's only seems like it.
Yeah.
Only seems like it.
I think as an athlete you're inclined to conserve energy in a way that other people don't. You know, why climb that flight of stairs if you've got 10 miles on the road this evening? Be lazy. And we're inclined to move around during our normal days like snails.
You can't drive an athlete. What happens is this, that if he chooses you and accepts you as a coach, you're only coaching with his consent. It is what he is prepared to consent to, and Seb's consent is total inside the areas for which I'm given charge. One of the powerful aids in training is the athlete must believe that what he is doing is good for him. And if you've got a pattern which you've achieved success on, you're very loath to change it. It's not just superstition, but it's a feeling. And this is the same with the environment, same with everything else. Success tends to breed more. You get confidence from succeeding with what you've done. In terms of the kind of intensity of training and the speed endurance which I put to Seb, I think I've opened one or two people's eyes and one or two doors.
I think one of the major benefits that I had was the fact that Peter did not come from an athletic background. Now, some people could say, well, the sessions he sets are hard simply because he doesn't know what it's like to have to run those kind of sessions. I look at that as a distinct advantage.